Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, May 31st, 2016. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So we always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index. We want to get an overall lay of the land and make sure that the Russell is showing price strength before we look at any individual underlying charts. And for our look at the Russell, we use the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000, and we're looking at it on a 5-year monthly time frame, paying particular attention to the blue channel that the Russell traded within through all of 2014. So here we are in the last day of the month, and we're getting a pretty bullish looking candle shaping up here. Long wick, hammer, but we are coming into this area, the upper blue band. It offered resistance for a whole year, so it may offer some resistance over on this side too. You just want to be aware. I'm going to move it away from the monthly to the 2-year weekly so we can better see how price is behaving. So today is the first day, trading day of the week in the US, and we've started at a pretty bullish looking area from the candle from last week, which was a really nice bullish candle. The trading for the week is starting off at the top of the candle, but be aware, there's our blue line. So price strength continues, that's for sure. So with that price strength continuing, we will be putting a chart forward this morning, and that chart is INN, Summit Hotels. Before I get into the chart, let me tell you a little bit more about this company. Wow. I always try to find value, growth, and a dividend when I look for Chart of the Day Cafe picks. This one, the scores on it are exceptionally high. Let me tell you a little bit about Summit. It's incorporated in 2010. It's a self-managed hotel investment company. They operate under the franchise brands Marriott, Marriott Suites, Fairfield Inns, Hilton Worldwide, and Hyatt Hotels. So it's a very big hotel operating chain. It's in the retail development space. It's trading currently at about $11, but it's worth $22, so it has a really nice high value score. But there are a couple of things that really stand out for me with the metrics on this one, and here's number one. It's got a forecasted earnings growth rate going forward this year of 40%. Wow, that's a really high number. And the second thing is it pays a dividend of 4.58%. That's a really nice high dividend. Also, the industry chart itself is ticking up. So it's in a strong rising sector, and the stock is sitting at this area of support. So you can see that this is the weekly chart. We're at this area of support. We had a doji last week, so this week will be the deciding week for this stock. Should the market continue higher with those kinds of metrics, I don't think it's going to be sitting around this area for very long. So you know, at Chart of the Day Cafe, everyone has their own way of doing things, and we're never making any recommendations, but it's all about, for us anyway, price being up and over that 8-day EMA. So we want price lifting up and over with a nice bullish candle. I'm putting it forward to you now because I think in the days ahead, should the market stay strong, we might start to see that kind of a look and price move up and over that 8-day. So we're looking at it on the 9-month time frame, but let me pull it into the 3-month to better see how it's dancing around this area of support. But I think with price remaining strong in the indexes overall, I would look for this one to lift as well. You know, in preparation for these videos, I always like to put other things aside for you, and this one has a recent article that I will include with today's video saying these two under the radar REITs are bargain priced. So IN is one of those two. I also wanted to say that there are a couple of other Chart of the Day Cafe picks that are looking pretty interesting in this area. The first one is Strum Ruger. We put this forward originally quite a while ago. Let me see if I can find it with my little green circle. Yeah. So I'm going to change it to the weekly time frame. We put this forward originally way back here in November of 2014. It's sitting at this area of support here, but today in particular looks kind of interesting. So it's had this sort of been dancing around, but I think if it lifts up and over that 8-day, it's interesting here. Check the metrics on it this morning. It's still got a very high nice value score, and it pays a 2.17% dividend. The other one is RTN, Raytheon. The scores on this one are not as high. I originally put this one forward. Let me put it to the weekly. Way back here, again in October of 2014, and it's way up here now. So the value score on this one is not as high. It's kind of come into its value, but it's still over the metric that I use. And it looks like it might start getting some strength coming into it here. It's at this area of support, and it pays a 2.25% dividend. So Raytheon and RGR are the other ones that might be worth paying attention to. And with that, I'll leave you. I will put another video out this Thursday. Thanks and have a great week.